Hello everyone, it is I, James the Squirrel, and I am here with Nicky V. Say hello, Nicky.
Hello, Nicky.
Good, you got the joke.
Yay! I'm funny.
Wouldn't say that much.
Oh,
I'm a mean friend.
you're the worst.
I was lucky enough to go to the rugby last night to watch the Melbourne Storm trounce the Townsville Cowboys.
Cat Townsville.
Yes, I live in the city of Townsville. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
And Townsville got destroyed, you say?
Yes, by a storm.
Hmm. Wow, that's
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Anyway, this week
I let the
on
jokes make themselves.
this week on NXT was very good with one match and decent the rest of the way through.
Yeah, I guess that averages out to like
Good,
good. I
yeah.
guess.
Like there is always going to
Well,
be one match that's always above every other one.
well, yeah, that's how rankings work.
Yeah. Well, I mean like just
But
one that is outstanding and the rest just look lesser compared to
right.
it on every card.
Yeah.
So
All
what
right.
was the first match again? It was Sonya
First
Deville.
match was Johnny
Oh
Gargano.
yeah, that
No, Johnny
that
Gargano versus Raul Mendoza.
that match was really good.
It was quite good.
Yeah.
Like Gargano came out first to his old DIY entrance, and he kind of walked out slowly, but then he looked at the Tron, and it went black, and it changed to his new theme.
I don't like his
That
new
was kind of cool.
theme.
Sounds kind of Paramore-ish.
I know. I was like, it sounds like like kind of Paramore-ish, kind of Nirvana-y, like later Nirvana.
Hmm. I can see that,
Mm.
but I'm fine with it.
Now I
Like
want to listen
it's
to
kind of rare that a male superstar gets a female like
vocal.
theme song singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat.
Yeah, it is.
But anyways, so we had a lot of chain wrestling to start. Gargano had advantage through a lot of it. Like he looked legit. Like he looked like he had. It looked like he was tapping into some like kind of amateur wrestling thing that he has never really
Yeah.
shown before. I don't know if he actually has an amateur background or not, but like I would believe it if he said he did.
Mhm.
But
Um,
anyway,
a lot of submission-based wrestling this show.
mhm. Yeah, there was a lot of people who have submission finishers in NXT, as I've come to realize.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, it was a very fast-paced match. Near the end, Mendoza hit this fucking sweet enziguri, just knocked him out. He went to the top rope, but he took a little too long, and Gargano dodged whatever move he was doing, and it was going to be big because he did a flip and landed on his feet. Anyway, Gargano dodged it and put him in the Gargano escape. And that's
Mhm.
your tap. And like the whole thing throughout this match was the commentary was like hyping up how
Hammering.
Gargano still has, yeah, he still has Chomp on the mind.
Yeah, and they were hammering home that he is Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Wrestling.
He's gonna go up to the main roster and his name is mysteriously gonna change to Johnny Wrestling.
Mm.
He's gonna pull a Velveteen Dream.
You
Yeah,
had to bring him up. It was a good episode
I did.
until you had to bring him up. This episode wasn't going to involve him anyway, in any way, and it would have been a great show.
Hey, you were a bad friend earlier, so we are now even.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. Um,
So yeah, it didn't seem like Gargano really had any lingering chompiness.
not really.
Yeah, so that's good. So next up, we had a recap of the brawl from last week between Sanity and the Authors.
which we will be skipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
The only important thing.
you know that
only-
you know what
Mhm.
happened. The only important thing was they announced the tag match for Takeover.
Correct. Other
Yes,
than that, it was Ellering. Yeah.
doing what he
Next,
does.
Asuka came to the ring in a suit.
Yes,
And
she's been in that
she's
for
beaten.
she's been in that suit for a while now, hasn't she? She's like that. She's always in that one suit or a suit that looks very similar to that.
Asuka only has 2 articles of clothing.
Her ring
articles
gear
of
and
clothing.
that suit.
The ring gear, that suit, and that thing that she wore to that pool that one time.
Mm,
Remember that one?
yeah.
Yeah. So Ember comes down, or Asuka says that she's beaten Ember before, and that Ember is not ready for Asuka.
Yes.
And Ember comes down, and I'll give her this: she sounded intense.
Mm. But there is a problem with the fact that she hit. See, there's something I've noticed in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's rare, especially if they're hyping up the fact that will they hit the move at the pay-per-view, or in this case Takeover. If they hit it before the event, they won't hit it at the event.
Yeah, and what's weird about that is, like, you've just shown that you can, and at the takeover or at the big event, odds are you won't.
Yeah, it's like
you've already shown that you could. So what is preventing you?
like either at the show she's going to hit it and win, in which it's like okay then, or she's not going to be able to hit it, and it's going to make her look ineffectual because that's twice she's lost to Asuka, and it's
What are the chances? What are the chances that Ember actually hits this move and Asuka kicks out?
I could see that happening. Like, she hits it once and then she can't hit it again.
Yeah, because remember, we're dealing with motherfucking Asuka here.
Yeah, it is similar to the fact that over in Ring of Honor, not Ring of Honor, over in New Japan, and kind of the story with Okada and Omega is like, first time Omega couldn't hit the One Wing Angel. Second time he hit the One Wing Angel, but there was a rope break. So they could be mirroring that, where first match she couldn't hit it, second match she'll be able to hit it, but she won't get the pin. But it's clear if
you think we're getting a third one of these matches.
I wouldn't, like, honestly, if it's a decent match at Takeover, I wouldn't mind having a third match. But if it's shit,
I'm sure it'll be a decent match because their WrestleMania match was really good.
That's why I'm saying, like, I'm hesitant to say go for free, but I could also very easily say, hey, if you want to do free, do it on main roster when Ember's ready.
I guess so.
And by that I mean like, oh my god, that would be Asuka wins the belt out, holds it till Mania. At the Rumble, Ember wins the Women's Royal Rumble.
All right.
That would work, and then you could have your like Asuka Ember number 3 match.
I guess that works.
I know.
The problem with Ember though is like this, like, yeah, she was intense, but the stuff that she was saying was just kind of
Generic.
Generic, yes. Like, it's a bad sign when Asuka is out promoting you.
And it's Asuka's second language.
Yeah.
It's also
That's not good.
See, I go to this once again. It's a whole gimmick problem, because if she was going with the I'm a supernatural being, like 100%, like classic Undertaker or
Mm-hmm.
Ruthless Aggression Undertaker, where it was like he is the Undertaker, blah 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 blah. You either have to go with that, or you have to drop it
Mm-hmm.
altogether and go American Badass. That's basically like
Rolling, rolling,
you
rolling,
can
rolling, keep
have
rolling, rolling, rolling,
she
rolling,
she she
rolling.
can have like dark tinges and such, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't need like it's either go all out with it or not at all. Because if you go half-assed on something, it always doesn't look that good. That's why, like,
Mm.
if you look at some of the best gimmicks, like,
They go all in.
look at Mick Foley. Each one of his gimmicks is like the two gimmicks that are kind of similar are Cactus Jack and Mankind, and they're very not they're not that close.
Yeah, like there's a distinct difference.
Mm. And that's
Anyway,
that's what. But of course, we are comparing Amber Moon, who's in all honesty a rookie, compared to probably one of the best gimmick workers in the business in Mick Foley.
yes, yes. Anyway, so they brawl. Um, Asuka slaps Ember. Ember slaps back. They brawl some more. Asuka throws Ember out of the ring, and she's preening with the title. And when she turns around, Ember, in her faded jeans and T-shirt, is on the top rope, hitting an eclipse,
Mm-hmm.
and Asuka is dead ski. And like the title is on the like it does lead to this kind of cool moment where the title's on the ground, and in any other situation, the challenger would take the title, pick it up, and be like, "This title is mine." But instead, she was like, "I'll pick it up when I win it."
Mm. I will, as they
What?
said, it's
Yeah,
bad luck to touch the cup until you win it from, and that's a
yeah,
football thing.
that's an NHL thing.
Yes,
That's the Stanley Cup.
yes.
You're the hockey guy. Come on.
Well, like
I
that's
gotta
what
do all the
that
sports
that
here?
that is what Maru said.
Yeah, he said the Stanley Cup.
Oh, I thought he said something else.
Nope.
Anyway,
All right. Yeah. So, yeah. Next up, um, we had a backstage interview with or not Drew, with Bobby Roode, and like basically he he keeps that Bobby Roode lottery analogy going, and says he in talking about Roderick Strong, and he's saying he lost the Bobby Roode lottery and he's disappointed, but he's going to keep trying to play it.
mm-hmm.
And he also says that about Drew McIntyre, maybe he is a changed man. He'll see for himself because he wants to have an in-ring sit down with Drew next week.
Which is interesting. We haven't
I,
had something like that before.
yeah, that'll be cool. So yeah, and Rude's about to get on out of there, and Roddy comes in and attacks him and
Tries to
chases
attack
Bobby
him.
away. Yeah, tries to attack him. Rude gets chased off, and Reed comes in like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah,
And
I
Bobby's
love
like,
when Regal.
"What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, he's looking like
He
a.
attacked my family."
Yeah, yeah. Roddy's looking like a little bitch.
It's not great. So here's my question to you. Roddy, as of right now, does not have a match on the card. What are the chances that he gets involved in the match at Takeover?
I have a feeling between now and Takeover, he'll keep attacking someone. Like, keep
Mm-hmm.
attacking
Yeah, because
Bobby.
that sit down interview thing seems like a prime way to like have Rude's back turned to the heart or back turned to the stage so
Mm.
that Roddy can sneak on down and just pound him.
So either it's going to be a triple threat match, which I don't really want,
Maybe. Me neither.
or Roddy's going to attack and get in trouble and be given a match against a debuting superstar, Adam Cole. He's going to win.
Hmm.
Adam Cole, baby.
Okay.
Also,
I can.
quick side note. There's a lot of Ring of Honor guys in the building at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what else? Like I noticed this a couple days ago. There's a lot of like now that Kyle O'Reilly's come on over, um, like there's a lot of people in WWE whose initials are KO.
Yeah, that too.
Kevin Owens, Cassius Ohno, Kyle O'Reilly,
So,
Omega and Okada better watch the fuck out.
no, I want them over there. I want that so badly. Also, by the way, we are. I think we're literally I think we're literally a Young Bucks away from having a PWG show.
That is also true.
I'm not wrong.
Ant was a PWG guy,
Yeah,
right?
because we got
Oh.
Kevin Owens, we've got Sami Zayn, we've got
Generico.
yeah, they could literally just throw the they could go they could go okay, you guys do a show, and then like literally they could just run PWG.
Yeah, Joey Ryan might not like that too much.
Hmm. I'm more I'm
Joey Ryan
more.
runs it, right?
He's one of the owners.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, let's see here. Oh yeah, so Regal comes out and he's like, what the hell? Rude's like, what am I supposed to do? And Regal is like, my hands are tied. The title match has already been set. Be a professional. You know he's not going to be a professional.
No, no, he's not.
Yeah. Next up, Street Profits. James's favorite team in the world.
If they have if they have fidget spinners, I will literally mute every time they pop up on my screen. I will mute and walk away. You know
Okay,
they
so
will do that.
They might not. They seem cooler than that.
Yeah, but it's Vince.
Like they were doing it. Well, if they were debuting on the main roster, I would say yes. But well, actually no, they wouldn't because there's already a litmus test. Has TJP done it?
See, there's a problem though. There's a problem
Nah,
with
it's
it.
foolproof.
No, the litmus test doesn't work.
Vince would have wanted fidget spinners, he would have given them to TJP, and it would have been the most douchey thing ever, and we would have all hated it. Heel heat.
Dude, there's a problem with that. There are WWE fidget spinners on the WWE store.
Okay. So why hasn't TJP used any yet?
Because TJP hasn't, like, how much has he done recently? He's on 205
Okay,
Live,
you
they
have to
don't care.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's on 205 Live.
He's on 205 Live,
feuding
Vince
with,
doesn't care.
Okay. Well, he's on, and well, these guys are on NXT. They don't care.
True. I'm just saying, like, if they come up to main roster with fidget spinners, I'm literally going to boycott whatever they do.
Oh my god, you're being a baby.
I don't like
They're
him.
fidget spinners. So yeah, they were showing a bunch of video of them in the like hanging out with like the audience at some live
Shows.
event. Crowd seemed to be getting into them. They were doing the whole like stirring the thing.
Whatever
I
that
get
is.
it. I think James Harden started that thing, but I don't get what it means. Like it's like a stir in the pot kind of deal.
Or stirring the punch bowl that they've spiked or something. I don't know.
No, no, that's not it.
I don't know.
You're rude. All right, so apparently we're getting them earlier than expected because we are getting them next week.
Okay. I hold my breath skeptically.
Mm-hmm. I think they'll be fine because, like, here's the thing. Back before this whole thing started, like, Angelo was on TV a few times, and he was pretty good.
Hmm.
Like he was a jobber, but
Yeah.
like he did all right for himself. But yeah, I think this will be okay.
Okay,
So
so
next
next.
up, yes, we had Sonya Deville versus pretty much Charlotte. Like, kind of impressive that they gave Sonya such a tough task right out of the gate. That's really telling that they have a lot planned for Miss Deville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, her name's Jenna Van Bemmel, but dude, you look like Charlotte.
Yes,
Am I wrong?
If Charlotte started eating donuts a lot.
Okay, yes, if Charlotte gained 20 pounds, sure. She looked a lot like
30
Shit's Face.
pounds.
Okay.
30 pounds, and
I'm proud of
yes,
myself.
she does.
But yeah, so this was a squash match in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
Because first, Sonya started like by dodging Jenna's moves. She was kind of like playing, "Woo, you can't catch me,"
Sparring match.
and and then she even put her hands behind her back for a second, and then she just started going after Jenna. I think Jenna got one punch in, and then Sonya just started laying in shots on her, and then she did a triangle armbar, and that's a tap out, and yeah, she took a
Yeah.
bow. Goodbye. That's it.
Yeah. Um.
Next.
Next, I believe was Hideo Itami promo.
Yes, they did an interview with Mr. Utami. Said no one's been showing him any respect, and because of that, he decided to stop showing it back. They started talking in Japanese, but then the interviewer was like, "We got okay, we're done here. We gotta go back to the ring because Aleister Black's about to show up, and he's the hypest person in the world." So he grabbed the mic from her, walked out into the ring, and kept talking, demanded that he be shown respect.
A lot.
Got none. Yeah. Got a little bit annoying. And then Alistair's music hits, and he walks to the ring. There's a stare down between Black and Tommy. Tommy starts to walk away, but then runs at Black and gets fucking destroyed with a black mass.
Yes. I
That black mass
believe.
was beautiful.
See, some people are saying we're getting Hideo versus Black, which I'm all for, by the way. It's just, where do we go after he gets masked and dropped?
I don't know, but like it's already been confirmed. Like, yeah, I looked it up, and yeah, Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami is happening at Takeover 3
Yeah,
or Takeover Brooklyn 3.
so I have a feeling that Alistair, like, either Alistair is just going to walk in there, win again, or
Cool.
Hideo is going to beat him via cheating.
Nah, this is another obstacle for Aleister to just run through.
Mm. Speaking of things, well, not obstacles for him to run through, but an obstacle that he got through this episode. And we then had the other half of reDRagon appear, Kyle fucking O'Reilly.
Let me ask you something. What is Kyle O'Reilly's gimmick?
Kyle O'Reilly.
Because he walks around like he's 100 pounds heavier than he actually is, and 10 times uglier than he actually is.
Kyle
Because
O'Reilly.
he walks around, he walks around like he looks like George the Animal Steel when he walks around, and he gives himself an intentional overbite. He's just like,
Kyle O'Reilly. That's basically me saying, I don't know, I think it's just his thing.
Little bit much,
But
I must say.
God, this match was so good.
That was a very good match. Like, I quite enjoyed it. By the way, Percy mentioned Ring of Honor.
Um, Percy. Oh, well, not Percy, but Mauro Ranallo also mentioned Tanahashi versus Okada.
That he did. That he did.
And it's like, when he did that, I was like, oh, thank you.
Hmm. But yeah, Percy mentioned that he was a former world champion in Ring of Honor.
Yes.
So that's cool. So, by the way, when the match started, Kyle like offered out a fist to Black, and Black kind of covered it in respect. And I think that's the most he can get away with without like killing his gimmick. Because if he gives him a fist bump,
Mm.
like all that aura that he's got is gone.
He can get away with a handshake, though.
Yeah, yeah. Fist bump though,
Not so
especially
much.
since Kyle offered a fist. It's just like I'm sure Aleister looked at that and was like,
Oh,
"Ah,
man.
fucking kill my gimmick, man. This is
If
like
they
the
were
worst thing you could
both
have done."
if they were both wearing like martial art like MMA gloves, touching gloves would be different though.
Yeah, sure, but yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. Next week we're getting Almas versus Jose.
Yeah, yay! That's probably going to be on the undercard of Takeover.
No, no, no. I mean like that match
No,
that is happening.
I'm saying there'll probably be another match between them at
Ah,
Takeover.
we'll see.
I
We
I,
will see.
I hope I'm
So
wrong, but I don't think I will be.
I'm just gonna let you know right now, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying though. So
Stop.
next up, oh yeah, so a lot of punches, a lot of kicks to start,
Yeah.
some arm bars, like
By the
very
way,
very
I love
MMA-esque
Kyle
match.
O'Reilly's the name freeze cross um armbar, the Armageddon.
Armageddon, nice,
I love that name. That's mwah.
very good. So yeah, it's really there's kind of a cool bit where Kyle has an Achilles lock on, and both men are just slapping the shit out of each other while the hold is still on. It was a very good look. I might use
Yes.
it as the if I can find a picture of it, I might use that as the uh, thumbnail for this video.
Mm-hmm. Just find a
Um,
good picture of what it like. If you can't find
oh yeah,
one,
that's what I usually do.
yeah,
So then they do some more elbows. Like Kyle was hitting him with like some elbows, and Black was like, "Hit me again!"
yeah. Like for a moment there, like every now and then, and I thought, oh my god, Kyle's gonna win. And
Yeah, because like they did a few spots that kind of like subverted a bunch of his finishers. Like, um, for example, Black picked up Kyle with his foot, and he was like doing that thing for the Black Mask. But then Kyle grabbed his foot and put him in like a standing ankle lock.
yeah, which was cool.
And then later, that was cool. And then later, he tried to do his springboard backflip, but Kyle kicked him right in the ass as he was on the rope. Like
Yeah,
he had a counter for all of his big moves.
yeah, and it's like okay, and as Morrow said, and I agree with him. I want that to become like a long-term rivalry between those two because I would love to see Kyle O'Reilly um versus Aleister Black another 5 times.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm sure we might get another match between those two at some point. I don't know,
Probably at
but
a lesser takeover.
yeah, maybe once Alistair wins the title.
Mm.
Yeah, well, because otherwise he's not going to be hanging around long enough to have more takeover matches. That's
I,
the only way that has happened.
yeah, I honestly have a feeling that he's going to be moving up to Raw after SummerSlam. Or
Right.
SmackDown. Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, one of them.
Mm.
So yeah, he so yeah, they do a few more axe kicks, knee strikes, very good. And
Elbow
then Black
strikes.
hits the black mass. Yes. And then he hits the black mass. That's your pinfall.
Yep.
Hell of a match. Like I like what they're doing with Aleister right now because like we were
They're
saying before,
building
like
him.
okay, so they're starting off. Yeah, they were starting him off with like jobbers, and then he like ran through those guys in like a second. Now they're giving him like big names, like they're bringing people in. Like this was something Morrow said. People are coming in to fight Aleister Black,
Yeah.
according to him,
That
and
they're
that
also
makes him
not.
seem like such a big attraction.
That they're also not giving him people like they're not putting him up against the Killian Danes and such. People where he's
Yeah,
gonna have to fight them for a long time, so both men look good. They're not putting him
right,
up against guys who are gonna cheat and such too much. So
right.
he doesn't. So that way he doesn't have the I'm undefeated as long as you don't count that one time I got that one guy who cheated to beat me. Yeah.
Right.
They're just having him face guys beat them. Done.
Right.
Mm.
All right.
Anyway, we will see you guys probably in a few days, in a day or two, not next week, because me and Nicky will be um, having an announcement soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the future of the channel. We will explain to you in that video what we're talking about. We'll see you all
Yes.
later.
Oh, by the way, next week I will be broadcasting from BurnerCon.
Yay! Say hello to Nicky and all that. Not Nicky. Say hello to Toon and all that
Hi,
for me.
Nicky.
Also find Anthony C and explain to everyone how tall he is.
Okay.